Krista, you've been, I guess this is your 7th year coming up?
Seventh year.
19 wins, a 20-win season in there.
Yeah.
I'd say things are pretty consistent and solid right now, right?
It is. I certainly will take that. I wouldn't want the latter. So, but excited about building. I mean, when you build something, it takes time. We haven't really looked for a lot of quick fixes. I mean, we've been trying to build and do this thing with a positive approach, and it takes time. And I think in this generation, in this time, sometimes with young people, getting that vision about what building takes. But we're ready. We're ready. Our foundation is pretty strong, and Shantae Evans has been leading that way.
Yeah, we were going to say Shantae Evans, not too shabby, nice player to have in your squad. But even from playing and watching you guys now, you guys like to score. That's your go-to.
Right.
That's your bread and butter right there. So, how much coming into the season are you concentrated on that or trying to turn things around and look defensively this year? Yeah,
no, that's a really good statement because I think we all learned the last 2 years that it is fun having a high attack offense, putting a lot of points on the board, but you need to defend. We need to defend better in transition, and you can talk the talk, but my players have been walking the walk with that because, we started off last season with that. I don't think we were totally sold in, and then now they know where we have fallen short. So that has just been more than an 80 to 85% focus on every day in practice since we started October the 2nd.
Shantae Evans, let's go back to her for just a second. And certainly this league has some great players, and the fact they've got somebody like Della Don.
Yeah.
She kind of overshadows everybody. But if you look at the numbers that Shantae Evans have been able to put up, averaging 19 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, she's a heck of a player in her own right.
Well, and she's consistent. I mean, how many times as a coach that you know what you're going to get out of a player night after night? And I think that consistency we don't take it for granted, but, you surely have enjoyed having that, in your program. And she is, not a needy player. So, you have this kid that's just going to work every single day. So everybody else around her has got to play better. And I think they all know that. You have to contribute more to help her out because she is given what she's given. I think Andriana Thomas, a sophomore guard for us, is going to be that person, along with Candace Bond and several others, but that are going to help, Shantae. She can't do it alone. She's proven that, we've been able to accomplish our goals, get ourselves into some postseason play, but to win the big one and to get to play in the CAA championship, it's going to be consistent play by Shantae and then everybody else around her really contributing.
Obviously you want to win as many games as you can,
yeah.
But is that your primary goal to get into that CAA championship game?
It is, and get an NCAA bid. I mean, we've had 4 WNIT appearances in our career. I think only like 5 or 6 in the program's history. So we want to go to the NCAA. I know how personally special that is, and you've been wanting your teams to be able to share that. It's something that 25 years later, you still remember the sights and sounds of playing, in that type of arena and that type of venue. So, but it is. I mean, in order to get there, we need to be playing in that championship game, playing on that last day, in March, and then get ourselves a bid. So, I'm proud of my team right now. I'm proud of we're different. That's what makes coaching so much fun. Like every year, I know Coach Krzyzewski always talks about that. Like every year is a different year, and it's been a fun team to coach right now. It's kind of going back to tons of the basic teaching. We have 5 new freshmen that are highly skilled and intelligent. I think we're more disciplined now.
How much will they help you this year?
A ton, and they're going to be counted on. Just not mention one kid's name, but we have Asia Jackson, we have Deanna Thomas-Palmer, Ruth Sherrill, we have Sydney Epps, and we have Alexis Carter from Manassas, Virginia here. And, they, along with Annie Payton and Anman Yuku and Devin Green, all those guys are going to be contributing, but those 5 are going to be expected to play and contribute. And there's some skill sets that Asia Jackson does that I have not seen a player do in my 20-something years of coaching. So it's fun. It's fun going to practice and watching them gel and play together. Mm-hmm. A very unselfish group. So it's got to transfer over though, and our schedule is not for the weak, not for the weak at heart.
Look at that. There's some pretty good challenges early, but obviously that's what you want to get ready for the conference play.
Well, yeah, and then you teach those 5 freshmen what is it like to play at that level. I mean, Stetson won their conference tournament, so we play them. And then Texas has a new coaching staff member. And then we come home to St. John's, and then we have Harvard and Princeton, and we're at Auburn. And then we have Northwestern and Ole Miss. It's pretty scary. It's pretty daunting.
Well, at least it'll give you
a sign of how the
CAA is going to be for you.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely not going to be time for a letdown. There's no letdown, and those games are in a row. That's the difference between last year's non-conference. We had a little bit of spacing. This year, not much spacing. It's just right out of the gate, swinging, and you better be swinging for your life.
How about the rest of the league? Certainly, 1 and 2 is Delaware and James Madison, but are they vulnerable?
That's what makes this league so much fun right now because there is parity. I mean, Del Don doesn't provide a lot of parity for her skill set. I mean, she's arguably the best player, in the country, along with Skylar Diggins and, Brittany Griner. But, there is parity. We are not like like it was in the old days when Wendy Leary was ODU. So anybody can be knocked off on any given night, and it's going to be fun. I mean, Drexel's going to be good. Towson Northeastern, your alma mater, is going to be very good. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be fun. It's going to shape up come March.
Krista, good luck to you.
Hey, thank you, guys. Coach. Enjoyed it. Nice seeing you again,
nice seeing you too.